Alright guys, we're back with a banger of a video. It is a new month, which means we have some new burgers from the Greedy Banker. Today we're going to take a look at their August special. The theme is just pork, really. I don't quite get it. And they've got a bunch of pork related stuff on their menu. But I've got the two burgers. So they have a Hog Roast Burger and a Hawaiian Burger, and they both sound epic. They haven't labeled them, so I don't know which one is which, but let's get these open and see what we're working with. Let's start here. Let's just move this one out the way quickly. Again, one thing I like about their packaging is they foil wrap their burgers. That way it locks in the moisture, and the heat gets locked in, and it kind of steams the bun in transport. So this appears to be the Hog Roast Burger. Appears to be the Hog Roast Burger. Let's drop that there and get rid of the paper. So this should be the Hawaiian Burger. Let's get this one out and see what this one looks like. That Hog Roast Burger is huge. This here, yep, this is definitely the Hawaiian Burger. There she is. My God, these burgers are huge. So these set me back £17.50 a piece. You can get them a little cheaper. You can get them for $14.50 each if you go with a single patty. I've gone with a double patty on each burger. Look at the size of these things. They are impressive. So right, let's start with the Hawaiian Burger. Let me give you the blurb quickly. These things on paper sound so gorgeous. Signature 28-day dry aged beef patties, melted cheese, shredded glazed gammon, pineapple rings, and pineapple salsa. Let's get a look inside this. Again, nice soft bun. It should have had that steamed effect to it. Lifting it up, you can see the glazed gammon. And underneath there, I don't know how well it's going to fall apart, but there's our pineapple ring. And then we have our two patties. Whew, what a supreme looking burger. A little bit of the gammon fell out. Let's give this a taste. Good gammon. This burger is quite noticeably larger than the Hog Roast one. It doesn't seem to be quite for me, a classic Hawaiian burger is the beef patties with a slice of pineapple and Thousand Island sauce. That's how we used to get Hawaiian burgers as kids. That's what they were. This obviously though is a gourmet Hawaiian burger. So it's quite a juicy one. Admittedly, the bun has gone a bit. The bun at the bottom has absorbed a lot of the juices. But nonetheless, it is a spectacular. That's probably the best bite right there. It is a spectacular looking burger, isn't it? Let's get into this and see what this Hawaiian burger is about. Oh, that is quite spectacular. It is a lot to get your jaw around. That's probably from the double patty, right? These are far more reasonably sized with a single patty, but the double patty is whoa. So first up, it is a very beefy burger with that double patty. The gammon has a certain The gammon is just perfectly cooked. There's a slight bit of saltiness to it, which I enjoy. And then the pineapple adds a little sweetness to a little bit of a tropical flair to the burger. I'm fairly certain it's tinned pineapple rings, which is a good thing because they are, it would have been sitting in the juices in that tin, which is what's adding the little bit of a sweet kick to it, which works well with pork. Only issue is the moisture has really destroyed this bottom bun. But having said that, this thing is packed full of so much flavor. That is a spectacular burger. One thing I will say about that burger, what could potentially take it to the next level, I guess this is a bit of a personal preference thing for me, is a little Thousand Island sauce. In my mind, again from childhood, I associate that quite a bit with Hawaiian burgers. Their take on a Hawaiian burger is spectacular. The best way I can describe the gammon in this burger is succulent. That is really something spectacular right there. Right, let me see if I can move this out the way, and let's see what this hog roast burger is about. This Hawaiian burger, though, is truly spectacular. Right, the hog roast burger, let me give you the blurb quickly. Signature 28-day dry aged beef patties, melted cheese, hog roast pork, pork scratching crumb, and applesauce. That sounds spectacular, doesn't it? Let's get a look inside this. Again, that steamed bun effect. Lifting the top, oh, I can see a huge chunk of apple right there. I'm guessing that's going to be tinned apple, much like the pineapple was tinned. I can see the pork scratching crumb, which by the look of it has had a bit of time to absorb some of the juices. So it's not going to be that tooth-breaking style of pork crackling. It's had a little time to draw in some moisture. The hog roast looks magnificent. And then we should have our two, it's rested on top of a patty, and there's our other patty underneath. And you can see the melted cheese in there. This should be, I'm guessing this is going to be a really banging burger. I'm guessing about there is the best place to go in for this one. Again, it's a spectacular looking burger. Let's see what this is about. Oh my word. Oh my word. That right there is absolutely magical. Wow. Again, the 28-day dry aged patties are just spectacular. The cheese is present but subtle. What comes through beautifully is that hog roast flavor. Again, the apple is there, but the apple is subtle, but it enhances the flavor of that hog roast so much. And then again, with the packaging, it's in that steamed bun, which is just, that is amazing. I'm at a loss for words for this one. It's by far the best burger I've ever had from the Greedy Banker. They've outdone themselves on this one. I guess, I always attach hog roast to Christmas. And that's from my time living in Bromley. The Christmas market, there was always a stand that had Yorkshire pudding wraps with hog roast in them. And then they also did applesauce on those. I kind of have a soft spot for hog roast, especially with apple. Again, succulent is a good term to describe the hog roast in here. This is an absolutely spectacular burger. And there's as I said, the pork crackling has had time to soak up some juices. So it's not making it exceptionally crunchy. The burger is tender to the bite, which complements the succulent hog roast that's in there. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm guessing there would have been a little more crunch to the bite if you were sitting in the pub having this, where it hadn't had time in that foil wrap to steam the bun. But as it stands here, this burger is just perfection. Definitely the best thing we've had from the Greedy Banker so far. I'm speechless at this one. It really is a stunning burger. Can't fault it. And when you're ordering, they actually recommend going double patty. And that's a good recommendation because the balance between beef and pork in this is just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. $17.50 though, it's an expensive burger. But that said, it is an experience. Both of these burgers are an experience. When it comes to this gourmet stuff, I don't mind so much paying the money for it because you're paying for an experience. And in particular, both of these are excellent burgers, but in particular this hog roast burger is just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. If you can try these out in the month of August, I would highly recommend trying this hog roast burger. 5-star experience over here for the Hawaiian Burger. There was a lot of moisture in there, which has kind of ruined the bottom bun. And as I said, a personal preference thing is some Thousand Island sauce on this would have pushed it to be a certified banger. As it stands, 5-star experience, a very solid 5-star experience. That gammon is gorgeous. And then of course, the hog roast burger, without a doubt, a certified banger. Absolute perfection in this burger. Right, and with that said, as usual, I'm just over talking it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.